up YouTube, and welcome to another single battle that I had quite a while ago actually. This battle was on one of my live streams, before I had all the technical issues with one of the laptops breaking, because to live stream I kind of need like 2 laptops and blah blah blah, and Kyle's laptop isn't working at the moment so we can't really stream, but this is one of the ones from one of the first live streams that I had actually. It was a really close battle, full of like burn hacks, para hacks, confuse hacks, everything. It was just really great, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Anyway, hope you guys like it and enjoy. Let's go on to the battle. I'm going to lead straight off with my specially offensive Sea Queen, who's like especially offensive Sea King even, and he's going to lead with his Persian. He's going to go off the bat straight for fake out. Technician life orb to fake out does an awful lot of damage, and you've got to get the flinch as well obviously. He's going to go for a Technician aerial ace as well, which I just live, and I'm quite surprised I managed to live that actually, and he's going to take that life orb damage, and I'm going to go straight for a Scald, which is going to do huge amounts, and I luckily get the burn as well, which is grand, because that means he's going to take the burn damage, and I'm just going to barely live my life orb recoil, so one of his Pokemon's down, and my Sea King isn't looking too healthy. Look how slowly it's swimming. I go for another Scald, and Scald the Licky Licky, and die to my life orb damage, and he's gonna go for body slam on me, I think. Yeah, he goes for body slam, but I think he'd have been better off cursing or something, because I was gonna die to my life orb no matter what. Anyway, I swap into my Point Repeat here, my Corphish, and I get the Intimidate drop off, and I'm just gonna go straight for a stab poison jab, because I thought why not, hopefully I could poison him or something, but I don't. And he's gonna go for another body slam on me, which is gonna do not a lot, but he luckily gets the annoying para hacks on me, which is kind of annoying because Point Repeat, I kind of use him mostly because he's quite fast and I run him on Jolly. He's going to go for an Earthquake there, which does quite a lot to me, and I'm just going to go for another Poison Jab, try to get as much damage off as I can. And here I'm just going to go for an Aqua Jet because I thought I could finish it off. But it just lives. I'm just like, what? And he's going to go for an Earthquake and kill me, unfortunately. But I know now that I'm definitely going to be able to take out this Licky Licky with another Aqua Jet. So we swap straight into my Alamola, who is a physical wall, but she just has knockoff and Aqua Jet. She's pretty useful. She's gonna just take out that Licky Licky. In comes Tropius. I'm gonna go straight for a knockoff and just knock off its Citrus Berry, and it's gonna go for a Leech Seed on me, which I was quite surprised about. I wasn't actually expecting it to Leech Seed me. It could have just gone straight for an Energy Ball or something, but maybe he's predicting me to switch out. Because I don't know, yeah, I don't really know why Leech Seeding, because I'm going to swap out now anyway and go straight to my Mantine, who's like one of the best counters to Tropius I can think of, well, on a water team anyway. He's going to go for Energy Ball, which I resist, so it's not really going to do much to me, and I'm going to get my Lefty's Recovery as well, so that's great. And I've got the super effective Air Slash on him, but obviously he knew that, so he's going to swap into his Ampharos, who's going to take the hit really well, and it's not really going to do much to him at all. And we get a bit more Lefty's Recovery, so I'm not really like worried too much. But I'm obviously going to have to swap out because I don't want to take a 4x super effective Thunderbolt. So I'm going to swap into my Lantern, who's going to eat that electricity like I should probably call him Battery or something. Anyway, he's going to have to swap out his Ampharos because it's probably quite useless against me, and he's going to swap into his Seismitoad. Whether he was predicting a Thunder Wave or anything, I have no idea, but I did decide to go for the Confuse Ray just in case. So I'm going to get the Confuse Ray off on Seismitoad, which is great for me because now I can't really do anything. And first turn it's going to actually hit itself as well, which is great. So, I'm just going to stay in and just go for one Surf, but it doesn't really do too much damage, so I'm just going to swap out and go back into my Mantine in case he's running Earthquake on it, and in case he decides to Earthquake me. He's going to get through his confusion, and he does go for an Earthquake, so I made a pretty good swap there, and that worked out well. So I'm going to get some more Lefty's Recovery, and I'm able just to spam Air Slash on this Seismitoad. Doesn't really do much, but I get the flinch, so the hacks are real in this battle. We're getting a lot of them so far. I'm just going to go for another Air Slash, hoping for another flinch. But I don't get one, and he's going to go for he's going to get confused, and almost kills himself in confusion, but lives by like the tiniest bit. And just in case he swapped out into someone else, I decided to just go for an Ice Beam instead of an Air Slash. Also, I didn't want to risk Air Slash missing because my Air Slash seems to always, my Air Slash always seems to miss, like, whenever I need it to not miss. Okay, in comes the demon that is Vanillux. He's going to go straight for an Automize, so he's going to outspeed all of my team now. I have nothing to do really except for just sit there, and because I know he's going to freeze drive me anyway, so I need to just let him kill me really. I'm just going to live this freeze drive barely and go for another Air Slash. I was hoping for some like flinch hacks or something here, but I don't get any. And my Mantine is just going to be taken down by the next freeze dry. Oh no, he goes for a Flash Cannon. So he's going to go for a Flash Cannon there and take out my Mantine. And my Mantine is going to be down. So here I really need something, I need a way to outspeed this thing, so I'm going to swap into my Sharpedo. I knew there was no point protecting because that could have given him another chance to Automize, but I'm going to hang on with my Focus Sash and go for a Crunch, which is just going to take it out, and that was like really close because I wasn't expecting it to take it out, but it did, so I'm going to get my speed boost up, and he's going to swap in his Ampharos. I'm going to go for a Crunch on the Ampharos because it's pretty much the best move I've got for it really. It kind of hits it neutral, and I do get the defense drop as well, which is good, but he swapped it in because it had a Rocky Helmet and I'm going to die to the Rocky Helmet damage, so that's kind of annoying for me. I'm going to now swap into my Lantern. I'm just going to go straight for a Confuse Ray because it can't really hit me, but I can't really hit it much either, so kind of like walling each other a little bit. So I'm just going to go for the Confuse Ray and get lucky again, and it hits itself first turn in Confusion. He's going to swap out his Ampharos because he doesn't want to keep hitting himself, and swap into his Tropius. And Tropius becomes a problem now that I don't have Mantine. The Surf that I was going to hit Ampharos with obviously goes straight onto the Tropius, but I'm going to go for Thunder Wave and hopefully get some Power Hacks on this thing, which I do. I get Power Hacks like left, right and centre. He's going to go for an Energy Ball, which is going to hit me quite hard, and it was a crit as well. Even if I am really bulky and really defense invested, it's still going to hurt. I'm going to go out for a Volt Switch because I had no other way of getting out really. Didn't want to like swap in, I'd rather just do a bit of damage, so I Volt Switched into my Alamola. Unfortunately I get Power Hacks on the Tropius, and I'm just going to throw up a Wish. I was hoping to like Wish pass into Lantern so I could use Lantern a little more because Alamola is just no use against a Tropius. So he's going to go for a Leech Seed, which I'm not really sure why, because if he'd have gone for Energy Ball he would have certainly almost killed me. But he went for a Leech Seed, and I'm going to swap out into my Lantern. Tropius gets Power Haxed again, so I get a nice free swap in, so I get all of my health back. So that worked out really well. I couldn't have asked for it to work out better really. I'm going to get my Lefty's Recovery as well, so now I'm full health, and I'm just going to go all the way into the Power Fusion and just confuse him as well, because it's probably my only chance to beat this Tropius. So Tropius is now confused and paralysed, but he goes for a Leaf Storm, and I luckily avoid, so I get some evasion hacks as well. I'm going to go for a Surf, which isn't going to really do much, but it's pretty much the only move I've got. He's going to get confused again and hit himself again, so he's kind of hitting himself for more damage that I can do to him. I'm going to go for another Surf, just try and get some like damage off on this thing, because it kind of resists everything that I have. He's going to snap out of Confusion and go for a Leech Seed, which is really bad because Leech Seed does a set amount every turn, and it's kind of a pain. It'd be even more of a pain if Leech Seed was like super effective. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch and Volt Switch back out again to try and get rid of the seeds that are like, you know, sucking away my scales, and switch back into my Alamola. I get lucky again and swap in free because he's got another Power Hacks, and I'm just going to go for a knockoff because I had nothing else to do really apart from Aqua Jet. He's going to go for a Leaf Storm, which I surprisingly live. I really wasn't expecting to live a Leaf Storm, because unless Leaf Storm's physical. No, it's special, yeah. So I really wasn't expecting to live a Leaf Storm. I'm going to go for Protect to get some of my lefties back. And he's going to go for an Energy Ball, and I'm just going to get some lefties recovery. And I'm going to just keep spamming knockoff really, because knockoff and aquajet are the only moves that I have, and he's going to get paralysed again, and I get some more lefties back. I kind of feel sorry for this guy, he's getting so parahaxed. He's got no choice really but to swap out his Tropius into Ampharos again, and I'm just going to go knockoff on the Ampharos, and I'm going to take the Rocky Helmet damage because it was holding a Rocky Helmet. I'm going to get some lefties recovery again because nom 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 apples, and I'm going to go for another aquajet on the Ampharos, or a aquajet on the Ampharos, which just takes it out, which is great. So I was hoping it would, but I was kind of worried that it might not take it out and it might just live. So I'm going to get some more lefties recovery, and I'm like back up in yellow health now, which isn't too bad really, and all that's left is this Tropius. So I'm going to go for another knockoff, which almost kills it, and it's going to get paralysed again, and I really feel sorry for this guy, and I'm able to go for another aquajet and finish it off. So that was the end of the battle. It was a really good game, a really close match as well. I apologise for all those power hacks and stuff. I hope to battle you again. Hope everyone liked this video. If you do, please like and comment and subscribe and stuff. See you around. Goodbye.